president who believes he's above the law, pursuing the leader of another nation to investigate a political opponent to help win his election is not the conduct of an American president. The allegations that blocked hundreds of millions of dollars, he blocked hundreds of millions of dollars in congressionally approved aid to another country, and it's an allegation, unless he agreed to smear a political opponent, is not the conduct of an American president.
Before the wave of confusion surrounding the obvious corruption between Biden and son and a phone call President Trump made to the Ukrainian president to inquire on that corruption before the U.S. handed over $400 million to a historically corrupt nation, the Socialist Democrats' princess Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez was whining that the bigger national scandal wasn't that the president wasn't impeached, it was that the Democratic Party wasn't impeaching the president. And now Pelosi and Schumer's true boss has made her satisfaction known.
I think that we all, many of us, especially from districts that are experiencing the brunt of the president's decisions, have been feeling a sense of urgency around this. But I think the development around the whistleblower, I think these developments are exactly, where we need to be going.
Biden and company are wading into the contempt quicksand. Because now, Joe Biden and his son, who had zero expertise on oil and natural gas and somehow got billions in deals from the Ukraine and China, will collectively fumble over their story as they already have from the start. The China investigation will ultimately involve the nephew of no less than Boston gangster Whitey Bulger and John Kerry's stepson. I can hear the destruction of evidence now in the Obama camp, as those transcripts between Biden and the Ukrainian officials seem to accidentally disappear. These two investigations will continue to waste even more taxpayer dollars and insult more of our collective intelligence. The one investigation looking into President Trump's phone call with the Ukrainian president back in July, which could turn out to be a royal flush for the Trump administration.
I spoke to a senior administration official a short time ago who said that the White House is not just releasing the transcript of this July 25th phone call tomorrow. They'll be releasing other documents, including a look at what the Inspector General at the intelligence community found about the whistleblower who started this whole thing.
And the other investigation inspecting Joe Biden's public braggadocio, that he protected Hunter from a Ukrainian corruption investigation.
I'm telling you, you're not getting $1 billion. I said, you're not getting $1 billion. I'm going to be leaving here. And I think it was, 6 hours? I said, I'm leaving in 6 hours. If the prosecutor's not fired, you're not getting the money. Oh, son of a bitch. Got fired.
Not to mention, a corrupt Obama ambassador refused visas to Ukrainian officials to enter the U.S. who had evidence of the Obama administration's misconduct to give to Trump officials. Throughout all of this, is Trump playing 3D chess?
The two biggest takeaways, one is that Trump is still being spied upon, even as president. That is shocking. And if this whistleblower goes in front of Congress and testifies, it'll be fascinating to see what exposure that opens up to other members of the intelligence community that apparently did have access to these calls and shared this clearly classified information with somebody who was not read in on the conversations.
And the big
to begin
question.
With. And the final thing I keep wondering about is how long are Democrats going to circle the wagons to protect Joe Biden, who is increasingly showing himself to be a terrible candidate?
Therefore, today, I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry.
Meanwhile, Pelosi, who doesn't have the votes for impeachment, has the nerve to quote Benjamin Franklin, while her do-nothing party continues to weaken its legitimacy as a party and the security of the executive office, quoting our founding fathers as if America is blind to the attacks the Democrats have waged on those founding fathers for years.
They asked Benjamin Franklin, "What do we have? A republic or a monarchy?" Franklin replied, "A republic if you can keep it."
We have to make sure that we can answer the constitutional call.
The Founding Fathers were very clear. We have a constitutional responsibility to serve as a check and balance on an out-of-control executive branch.
George Washington was a slave owner, and we need to call slave owners out for what they are. Whether we think they were protecting American freedom or not, he wasn't protecting my freedom. I wasn't someone who, my ancestors weren't deemed human beings to him. And so to me, I don't care if it's a George Washington statue or a Thomas Jefferson statue or a Robert E. Lee statue. They all need to come down.
It's simple. The president would have been committing a dereliction of duty had he allowed a former executive, i.e. former Vice President Joe Biden, to engage in corruption, as is stated in the executive's duties in Article 2, Section 3 of the U.S. Constitution. The Democrats are toying with Providence and have created an impeachment Frankenstein monster that will surely destroy them in the end. John Bowne reporting.